Right, yeah, thanks. Well, I'm heading up analytics or data science or big data, you could call it whatever you want, at Volvo Cars. And I've tried to list up, and I did it in front of this, this conference, what are our issues. And actually, positively enough, pretty much of it has already been spoken about. And it was Mary Barra. She is CEO of GM. She told last year at the Economics Forum in Davos that the world, automotive world, will change more in the coming 50 years, or in the coming 10 years, than it's done in the last 50. And the clock has already started, and yes, that will be a concern for us. And there are definitely some well-known drivers of this, mega cities. I'm myself, I'm living in the city, and most or many days in a week, the problem of getting a parking place for the car is a concern. So cars, to own a car and have a car of your own, it's not necessarily some benefit for you. It's also, on the other hand, some issues with it. Environment, yes, we haven't sorted that yet, although electrification, electrical cars might be a way to do it, but there is still an issue with this. Connectivity, cars being on the net, and also autonomous drive are certainly new technologies driven by digitalization that will impact us as car manufacturers and selling and our sales of cars. And there are new players coming up, and you know of them for sure. Tesla, coming from a certain angle, taking the point of over-the-air software updates, and also providing the hardware platform for a continuous update of functionality that gives, which is an obvious thing you would think with having your smartphones. Well, that is something that changes the conditions, you could say, in the marketplace, and we need to relate to that. We also have the Uber for sure, and the question is, the fundamental question at the end is, all right, where is our role in the value chain of tomorrow of mobility? And that is an obvious question that needs to be taken seriously, for sure. Well, when it comes to opportunities, I'm taking it pretty much from the data science point of view, but anyhow, I'm fully convinced that what we talk about when we talk about innovation, that will be largely driven by data science, that will be driven by digital exploration of data and delivering new benefits. It could be either for the customer, but could as well be for internal operations to visualize and optimize internal processes. For us, what's the translation for us? What's our daily headache? And I'm taking that from an analytics point of view then. But data is the raw material. Yeah, Dario said it, and that's actually something I won't normally say as well. I mean, the data is really the basis upon which we build, and we need to capture that data, but not the least manage the data. And we have had at Volvo a long tradition of pretty advanced in IT activities, at least. Applications has always been important in the company, and as soon there has been an application installed in the IT world, there has been an ownership for the application. But there has not until now or recently been any ownership of data. Data hasn't been seen as an asset. It's something that you need in order to get out what your particular IT system is designed to do. But it hasn't been seen as an asset. And that's pretty important step, I think, that we have taken to at least install this ownership and make sure that it's seen as an asset. Yeah, then comes also for sure to do this analytics and well, to realize that there are values in the data in different ways. That's one thing. The second thing is to trust it, to translate it and to install it and to make things different based on this. And that is not always an easy step to take. A concern is that, well, the executive management is not really spending enough time on this, not the time it should be spent on this, and I think that is a major concern for us. Being here at Chalmers, we have had a dialogue and we continue to have a dialogue here on data science competence. It's really something that it is already said as being like the sexiest job for the century, and it needs to be, and it will grow, And we need professionals here and well-educated people, and there is a dialogue that we will need to continue here with Chalmers. So that's important for us and an important way that we can cooperate. And I also understand that David's answer and we cooperate on terms of some doctorate programs as well, so that is positive. And I also would like to say that this world is not a stable world. It's a continuously changing world, as we have heard in the Agile world, and it's very, very moving ahead when it comes to methods, tools, and programming languages, etc. And we need to be on top of that, and that's both for us. That's both for us at Volvo, but also for Chalmers. Okay, that was what I had for today.